Hello everybody, it's Mark Krejci and welcome to A Run Supreme Adventures in Ultra Running, where I am now in day number 2 of my run along the Natchez Trace Parkway. We had to do a bit of a detour. The original plan was to run the whole thing straight, but the first thing happened was I got a day job that wouldn't allow us to do the 2 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks to do the whole thing. And then on Friday, when we were heading down the Natchez to start our run, I saw a tweet from a news station who said that mile 204 through 214 will be closed until fall because of a tornado that came through. So what we decided was, well, let's go ahead and start at Natchez on Saturday, yesterday, and then today we'll drive up to mile 204 and run it before they close it. So I'm right now at mile 204. Let me show you. So there's a few weeks ago a tornado blew through here, and we just drove down a little bit, and it's just disastrous. I mean, all the way down the trace, there's trees everywhere, and I've got the road clear. All of the debris is on the side of the road, but in order for them to clear it all off, they're going to have to bring in trucks and do that whole bit. So they're just going to shut it down and allow trucks to do the debris removal. So we said, okay, I guess we're going to go run that right now. So we're now up here. We're going to run this. It's about a 10-mile stretch. And so I'll get through that, and I'll do that 10 miles, and we'll see how it goes. It's obviously a much later start. It's the worst time of day to run right now, and I have got a bit of heat exhaustion from yesterday. I was out, and it was really, really hot. So I'm not going to push it, so I probably won't hit my 60 miles for these 2 days like I wanted. It'll be under 60. But I'm going to do what I can. So I've got my electrolyte tablets, I've got lots of water. You probably saw in the video yesterday that I've got the hydration pack on me. So I've got a ton of water, electrolyte tablets, salt tablets basically, and we're just going to go. So I'm going to take off here in a minute and at least chunk out the part that they're going to close, and then we can do what we have to do to maneuver around that in the future. So that's it. I'm going to go for a run, and I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I just finished mile 204 through 214, and that was 11 miles, and stay right there, bud, stay right there. Hardest 11 miles I've ever run in my life. So there was sheer destruction along the way from those hurricanes that hit. You probably saw on the news, worst, or not hurricane, tornadoes, worst tornadoes in history. There's 100 and some odd of them, and so that entire 11-mile stretch was completely devastated. I think my beautiful producer here managed to catch some video. Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you get some?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it was just devastating. But so that what that meant was there was no trees. There was nothing but sun, and because of our schedule change, I was out here running at the worst possible time of day. It was 3 something, wasn't it? Stay right there, bud. So it was really, really tough in the sun. So Lisa stopped and got me a bandana full of water I put on my head and helped keep the sun out. So, but actually along the way it got me thinking, just seeing all that destruction and everything. In 2005 I went down to Indonesia after the tsunami hit down there, that terrible, terrible tsunami. And I got to go to this little town called Malabo, which, you know, seeing this destruction was awful, but down there in Malabo, like, the tsunami wiped everything, and I know Japan just had one that just was equally awful, if not more. And so it just got me really thinking how excited I am about First Generation, what we're doing, because as I mentioned, we do a lot of curriculum, and line themselves I'm really engaged with the organization. So if I say we are, it's because I'm really leaned into there. So we are, they are. Yeah. Anyway, so they align themselves with the Millennium Development Goals. That has those categories I mentioned before, like child poverty, homelessness, gender equality, slavery. But they also really focus on disaster relief. So part of the year we rally around raising funds for different disaster relief things, and just have a pool sitting there ready to jump on when something like this happens, or something like that tsunami in Japan or wherever. And it's really cool because the organization is really holistic in how it finds organizations and vets organizations to do really good work. And that's something I love about them more than anything, is that being a part of the organization, you're not just helping one issue. You're helping lots of issues, from disaster relief to recovery to development and sustainable living. So it's definitely check out First Generation. If you've been on the site already, you can tell that the new web platform's in development. You can't see it there, so it's still being developed, but it's amazing stuff. And so part of it's going to be disaster relief and helping overseas and locally when terrible stuff like that happens. So anyway, so I'll tell you more as we go along, but that's day 2 of the run, and I didn't get nearly as much miles under my belt today as I wanted, but given our circumstances, we had to get this in now. We had to get it in at this time, so I feel glad that it's over, that it's done, so we don't have to stress about it anymore. Clearly, I'm not going for a time record. I'm just going for the first one to do it all. So no need to rush, no need to push it. We got some under our belt. This will be closed, so that's done. So that's it for now. So until next time we're out on the roads doing this, which will be a little bit, but subscribe to the podcast or the email newsletter. So until then, I'll see you guys out on the roads and in the comments. Take care. Bye.